up. So this time we're going to get ready for that little lift through the hips. We'll exhale, drop the left palm down, angle those fingers away from you. On your inhale, lift the hips up, right arm comes up over the head. Exhale, releasing down, drop the hips. And then that right leg swings out in front, straightening through the knee to come into Janu. On your inhale, lengthening yourself up. Exhale, folding forward. So I think we talked about this 2 weeks ago, but when we're in Janu, we're getting a hamstring stretch, of course, on the right leg here. But we're also getting a little bit of hip opening because the left knee is dropping out to the side. And if we have tight hips, there's a tendency to tense up and try and pull that knee up toward the ceiling. So while you're in this pose, just be mindful to relax the hip. Don't forget about that left leg, even though we're working on the right hamstring here. Here. Using our nice exhale to walk up to sitting. So now we're going to swing that right leg back. Use the arms to lift the hips up and work the right leg behind you. Coming into a nice high pigeon. Starting out focusing on trying to get the hips even. So you don't want to be slanted to one side or to the other side. And then once you're comfortable with that, try that little trick. Curl the right toes underneath and try to walk the foot back, lengthening the back leg, and you'll see how the hips sink down. You can deepen your stretch. Breath and pigeon. Use our exhale to roll off onto the left hip. Swing the right leg out in front. Then you can roll over and come onto hands and knees. So we'll start out in a nice squared off table. Stacking the joints, getting those wrists and elbows right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and then let's curl the toes underneath. Take our exhale, press the hips back into down dog. Feel that stiffness in the calves and in the legs. Go ahead and pedal the feet out. That same breath that we were using with the arms when we were in seated. On your inhale, press the palms down into the floor. And on your exhale, feeling that arm bone really sinking into the shoulder socket. You're pulling the shoulder blades down, which since we're upside down is a little bit confusing. You're actually pulling them up to go down, but just think about pulling the shoulder blades toward the hips, and then you know you're always going in the proper direction. One more full breath here. On your exhale, drop the knees down, pick your table. Allow a little side bend here. So on your exhale, walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. You're pulling the right shoulder back toward the hip. That lower body stays exactly where it is. Inhaling, walking through center. And we'll take an exhale, walk the hands over to the left. Inhale, walk back through center, come into your table, and then we'll take a little twist here. We'll inhale, open the right arm up toward the ceiling, press into the left palm, try to pull the right shoulder blade back. On your exhale, drop the right palm down, so make sure that hand comes right underneath the shoulder, and then we'll switch sides. Inhale, left arm opens up. Exhale, release the left palm. So just going back and forth a few times. Inhale to the right. Taking a full breath in that twist. Dropping the right hand down. Inhale, opening to the left. It's actually a pretty considerable amount of work for those arms to try and support you here. Okay, so we'll take one more twist to each side, evening it out. We'll settle back into our table. With your next exhale, curl the toes underneath, press back into your down dog. And let's take an inhale, step the right foot up in between the hands, high lunge on the right side. Now we'll step the left foot out. Away the head, letting the arms hang loose. Take an inhale, come halfway up, nice flat. Exhale, drop your hands down to the heart. Exhale, opening the arms, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway up, flatten the back. Exhale, forward bend. Now making our way back, we're going to inhale, send the right leg back to high lunge. Over on the left side. Use our next exhale to send the left leg back into down dog. With that next inhale, come into your version of plank. You can either roll forward into that high push-up position, or you can drop the knees and take a half plank. Bringing your awareness into the center of the body, keeping that core active here, pressing into the palms. With our next exhale, we're going to take a chaturanga. So the elbows bent straight back toward the sides of the rib cage. Slowly, gently let yourself down onto the mat. We'll send the arms back along the sides of the body. Now for this birth back bend, we're just going to take an inhale. Lift the chest up, reach the fingertips back. Constantly checking in with the lower back. Making sure that you don't push yourself to that point where you feel strain or tension. So even though we're lifting here, we're always working on lengthening, always working on reaching out through the crown of the head, keeping the spine long, and at the same time reaching the fingers back so that the arms are long. On your exhale, release down. Pull the palms underneath the shoulders. and we'll inhale, pressing up through table, exhale back to child's pose. On your next inhale, forward into table. Curl the toes underneath. Take your exhale back into down dog. Now you can either stay here in your down dog, or if you'd like, take an inhale, send the right leg up behind you for dog split. Once that leg comes up, you're going to feel that the left heel sinks a little bit farther down toward the floor. You get a little extra stretch through the calf muscles. You have to pay a little bit more attention to the hands because you want to try and keep the weight even between the two hands. We don't want to lean off to the left side just because we don't have that extra support. Now we'll use our next inhale to step that foot up in between the hands, or if you're in regular down dog, just step the right foot up, come into 5 degrees. On your inhale, sweep yourself up to stand. Feeling that little gentle rotation in the hips, trying to square the hips toward the front of the room. That left hip rolls to the front, right hip pulls back. Feeling that nice length through the arms, reaching up through the fingers on your inhale, rounding down into the shoulder on your exhale. Exhale, open out toward warrior two. Everybody's knees look good. Got tired of me yelling at you for having your knees rolled in every day. Knees look good. Now we're going to add that little prana mudra with the arms into our warrior two, because warrior two has a lot to do with that opening through the heart. So on your exhale, drawing the palms into the heart. On your inhale, expansion through the chest. One more breath like that, making sure that that front knee is staying where it belongs. And we'll send the arms back out into our warrior two. And we're going to make our way over into triangle. Starting out straightening that right knee, we'll take our little shift in the hips. Tuck the right side of the hip under, left side of the hip reaches up. Extend out through the right arm. And then once the side of the body is as long as you can get it, you drop the arm down. So we can either take hand onto the shin, hand onto the ankle, or float that arm right out in front. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the ceiling. The idea of our triangle is to try and make yourself as flat as possible. You want to fit into the smallest space. Now, if you'd like, we can add a little stretch for the neck here. So we're going to come into a bind. On our next exhale, we're going to windmill the hands down. Either side of the right foot, you roll up onto the ball of the left foot. On your exhale, send the right leg back into down dog.